EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Throwing is Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
But it brings up 3rd down.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. From the gun, Jackson. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
On the tackle.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. Watson on 1st down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And 11. At the 24-yard line.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd and short.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Brashad Perriman. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Marquise Brown. Touchdown.
Marquise Brown. 48 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
The score, Ravens 14, Texans 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
With the score, Ravens 14, Texans 7.
On first down, this is Geis. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They'll try the air now with Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
For the field goal, a 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Remember, on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson forced out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
On the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 37-yard attempt.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Watson's pass.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Geis pushing through tacklers at the 30. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, it's complete to Brown, right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Going for it all, and unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. You have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Texans.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Ravens 20, Texans 17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6, being chased out left. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And 1 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st down, Ravens.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 40 now on second down. Jackson, he rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Touchdown, Texans.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Everson Griffin able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Well, following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's got this one complete to Perriman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete to Marquise Brown. A gain of 16 yards. And a Raven first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
On the carry for Bolton.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with Geis. Nigel Bradham brings him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 38. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Watson, off play action. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. The throw there finding its way to Boyle, and he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
To Nick Boyle.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Everson Griffin able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, he'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to... Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though? Huh? How about those defensive guys?
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
He's brought down at the 15.
Matt Judon there to bring him down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
He's brought down.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now it's Watson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Ravens.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Throwing now is Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Texans.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Guys. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Texans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.